Melbourne property prices increasingly unaffordable. CoreLogic. Buyers looking to crack the Melbourne property market are finding it more difficult than ever, with prices slipping further out of reach. A median-priced home now costs 7.1 times the average household's annual earning capacity. The latest CoreLogic Housing Affordability Report shows a median dwelling was priced at $566,000 last September compared to average annual household income of $79,266. CoreLogic senior research analyst Cameron Cusher said those aiming to buy a property were facing an uphill battle. Entry into the market is harder than it's ever been, Mr. Cusher said. Melbourne is more affordable than Sydney, but if you compare it with any other market in the country, it is becoming less and less affordable. Continued population growth, including strong overseas and interstate migration, was one of the driving factors in the Melbourne market. People are moving to Melbourne with the cash and jobs to afford property, and that's further inflating prices, Mr. Cusher said. It is a particularly difficult market to break into. RAI chief economist Narita Conisbee said the fact a median deposit now equated to 143% of the annual household income was increasing the time it took to buy a property. For those who say people just need to buckle down to buy their first house, these stats show it's not quite that simple, Ms. Conisbee said. 15 years ago, the average property cost 4.5 times more than the median household income compared to the 7.1 times it sits at now, which is a really significant increase. Those aiming to buy in the Inner East were facing a particularly tough task, with the median dwelling costing 12 times the median income. That area is simply unattainable for a lot of people now, Ms. Conisbee said. It also causes a certain amount of concern that if interest or unemployment rates rise, it won't just be mortgage belt suburbs that are affected. It will be these usually unaffected blue-chip areas that face stress as well. However, it is not all doom and gloom. For those who are paying off a mortgage, repayments are easier to make now than they were 5 years ago. Annual loan repayments on a median-priced dwelling, where 80% of the price is borrowed, is $30,024, the equating to 37.9% of the annual household income. In September 2011, it required 46.7% of the median household income. That's because interest rates are lower, Mr. Cusher said. People who are already paying off their mortgage are finding it much easier to meet their repayments. The serviceability of repayments has increased. Mr. Cusher also said, if choosing between Melbourne and Sydney, plenty of buyers would be drawn to property outside a 20-kilometre radius of the Melbourne CBD. Melbourne has been much better than Sydney at building new homes, and as such, as you move further away from the city centre, things do become a bit more affordable, Mr. Cusher said.